मिडिल क्लास, मध्यम वर्ग, ये वर्ड सुनते ही, the moment we listen to this word, we all can relate to it. I was born in a middle class. I'm still a middle class. All of you, most of you who are watching this video are middle class. And we should actually, take pride of being a middle class because we have so much of innovation in our life, which a rich class or a poor class can never, analyze or realize. So yeah, we are middle class and middle class biotechie. Well, that's something which hurts, isn't it? We are already into a biotech sector. जिसके बारे में people say that there is no much scope and earning and it's a job-oriented course and we are in middle class and we all want to jump onto the high class. That is where this video begins. How can a middle class biotechie start earning more? How can all of you become settled, well settled in your life and future, but at the same time are not bogged down with this question that, oh, we are middle class, so we have to limit our budget and our earnings. Nobody should limit you and your potential. And today's video is going to unlock your potential. Are you ready? Yes? So let's get started. वेलकम बैक. मिडिल क्लास बायोटेकी, ये अभिशाप है या वरदान? Is it a sin or a boon? Let us find out in today's video. I've got 16 pointers. Possibly it can be a long video. I'm not sure about that, but I'll try to cover as much as possible. अगर आपको समय कम है, change the speed of the video so that you can listen it faster. All right. So a lot of points for all of you. Let me start today with the first one. Why are we called a middle class? मिडिल क्लास वर्ड हमारे लिए क्यों बना है? बिकॉज नाइदर वी आर अ पुअर क्लास बिलो इकोनॉमिक पॉवर्टी लाइन so that the government will give us subsidies, nor we are so rich that when we go for shopping we don't even need to look at the price of the products. We have to look at every price. मोबाइल खरीदने से लेके कपड़े खरीदने तक, whatever we want to buy, we have to look at the price first, and then we have to decide on the buying decision, right? So how can a middle class combine with biotechie? You can be a microbiologist, biochemist. So I'm taking all the biosciences people as biotechie, okay? So how can you jump over from middle class to a rich class? That's something we have to find out today. So first thing, we are called a middle class because we were born in middle class, because our mindset needs to be changed. It is still middle class. One of the lessons which I learned from my guru early in my life is, no matter where you are born, it's not your fault. Where you die, that's your fault. So having said that, if I was born in middle class, that's not my fault. But if I die a middle class, probably that's my fault. So let us push forward all the viewers of today's video into rich class. First point, circumstances don't allow us to grow. Now this is a fact. हमारे सामने जो परिस्थितियां होती है, whatever circumstances are there in front of us, we are always bogged down by that, right? So we always tend to, अरे ये चीज है, वो चीज है. So we always have, some kind of limitation, right? But what if I tell you that you can break open all those limitations? Yes, you heard me right. Limitations only exist in our mind, not in reality. Take it anything. For example, humans cannot go to space. If you had come 200 years ago, everybody would have said that, but today it's a reality, correct? Same way, let's say, a person who is partially blind cannot see. But the truth is, today there are technologies to treat blindness also, right? 100 years from today, many of the genetic disorders will have a treatment. So what's that? What's impossible today is possible tomorrow. So it's all about mindset. It's all about innovation. So the moment you feel that circumstances, paristhitiyan are not allowing you to move forward, remember that this is a middle class mentality and that is not allowing you to move forward. You can break through every ceiling which is in front of you. Now, why should you try to jump? Like I said in the beginning of the video, my guru said this, I'm telling you the same, and that is, you were born a middle class, not your fault. If you die a middle class, that's your fault, right? And that is why you should try to jump. Now, how can you jump? Should you take a government job? Should you take a private job? Should you continue studies and reach to a very high level, maybe a CSO level or something? Let's go into all those, but before that, we will treat the mindset part and then we'll come to that route also. Okay. Now, in the meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to Biotechnie's channel, remember this is the only channel on internet where you get pure facts, true facts without any gimmicks. So stay subscribed, and if you have not, please do. Now, coming back, you should know this, that always opportunities will feel far. Okay, you'll always feel that the next level, for example, for a BSc level, MSc will look difficult, MSc level, PhD will look difficult, the PhD level, earnings will look difficult. All you have to do is figure out how can you change your circumstance, figure out how can you change your environment. Very recently, I wrote a quotation for all of you. In fact, it is supposed to be shared later. I'll just tell you that we all are defined by our mindset, the way we think. So our perception of things, and how our perception of things change, the kind of content we consume. So stop consuming wrong content, consume positive content, and at the same time, remember that opportunities may feel far away, but it's all about letting your mind horses run in that direction. A middle class biotechie can definitely become a rich class if you have the right mindset. Next one, we all have this fear of failing. In fact, when I was starting Biotechnica, truth be told, my father told me this very clearly, that the route you are taking is full of risk and full of failures, and you'll regret later. Yes, he was right. But if I had not taken that risk, we would not have been talking. Okay. So the same thing here, risk will always be there. When Mukesh Ambani and Dhirubhai Ambani was making the biggest refinery of Asia for petrochemicals in the year of 2000, they also had risk. But as middle class, we should not be scared of risk. We have to take risk. We'll have to take the jump no matter what happens. If you are scared of moving from your city to other city, go for it. If you're scared of moving out of India to US, UK, Europe, don't be scared. Go for it. Whatever scares you, come out of your comfort zone, because nothing grows there. Okay. Now, when money is less, everything seems impossible. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay. So when there is no money in the pocket and your papa says, let's postpone it to the next month because we have budget limitation, or maybe you are earning and you have budget limitation, all you can think about is money and earnings. But you need to know that as a middle class, money will always be a limitation, no matter which month you get in, whether it is January or December. Is har mahine mein you will have the same problem. So whether you take the risk or whether you don't take the risk, the money is not going to grow unless you take the jump. Okay. Now, which way to jump? We'll talk about that in little later towards the end. So in the conclusion part, so stay with me. Now, we all want to stay safe, right? As middle class, our mummy, papa says, and our relatives say that, okay, take a job and, continue doing that job so that you're safe, you're stable. Like a government job, like, bank PO kar lo, yeah, they say you SSC kar lo, UPSC kar lo. They have such, opinions, right? So whether we should go for that safety or whether we should go for freedom. So there are two things here, safety versus freedom. Now you see, the safest place in India is Tihar jail, right? Fully safe. If it is fully safe, do you have freedom there? No, it is not. So if you take up a safe job or you stay in your safe cocoon, you will never grow. Freedom does not come when you are trying to be safe. So you will have to take risk. Okay. As a middle class, you will have to take risk. This is the truth. And what kind of risk? Okay. Nobody in your entire Khandan has done PhD. It doesn't matter. Nobody has done biotech also. Correct? 15 years ago, there was no biotech, right, in India. So, those kind of that nobody has done this, so you should not do it. That's pure bullshit. You should not listen to that. Instead, you have to be ready to take the risk. Target the moon, you will fall among the stars. But if you don't target anything, you'll just stay where you are, middle class. And like I said, if you want to jump from the middle class, you have to first decide and try. Now, this is something which I love saying, and that this is, economy will always be unfair to you. If you can see my screen right now, economy will always be unfair to you. Is that not right? हर महीने महंगाई बढ़ेगी, हर महीने petrol prices will go up, every month diesel prices will go up. But didn't you realize they're giving you a hint that if you stay middle class, one day you will be a poor class? Yes, you heard me right. Economy is the most brutal thing in this world. Okay? They're so brutal that they don't care about you. If you have the money, they'll worship you. If you don't have, they will not. So if you want to jump from middle class biotechie to a high class, one route is to let me leave the biotech sector and get into other sector. You can do that, but the competition will be higher. Here, this is something which you already know. All you have to do is build a building on the top of your biotech knowledge, biosciences knowledge. Isn't that right? So economy will always be unfair, the prices will always keep going up. So that is a hint that you have to try harder to transition from a poor class or a middle class to a rich class. Okay, now take the leap of faith. Faith, firm belief. There are three things I'll tell you: faith, intense desire, burning desire. Faith, burning desire, and belief. These are the three mantras which helped all the scientists in this world become what they are, whether it is Edison or Dyson. Everybody, everybody took the leap of faith. You will have to do that. You all listen to all the filmy stories where somebody became successful, but nobody looks at the hard work which went in behind it. You have to be ready for hard work. You have to be ready for the right direction, and you have to be ready to tell yourself that one day I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be a rich biotech billionaire. If Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw can do it in 1970s, why can't you do it in 2022? It's been 60 years now, 50 years now, right? So if she could do being a woman in 1970s, why can't you do today? If she didn't even had a biotech degree, because there was no biotech in that era. So yeah, you'll have to take a leap of faith. Now, success is a subset. Success is a subset of our mindset. The moment we decide that I'm going to change my mindset, I'm going to think like a rich biotechie, I'm going to look forward to all the biotech billionaires who have built their worth based on their work, you will realize that they all had one thing in common. They had a never give up attitude, and they decided that they don't want to stay middle class. They want to give more to the world, and that's how they got. So here is the hint. If you want to become a billionaire biotechie, you have to be ready to give more than you get. So you have to create a product or a service or something, or become a scientist or an engineer in biotech sector, club interdisciplinary subjects, stand at the boundary of arts, science and commerce, and build something beautiful, which the world can use. Then only Pfizer or Biocon or Syngene will come line up for recruiting you. Is that not right? And if you have some valuable patents, you can start your own company. Even that's a great way to become a rich class. Okay. Now, very important thing I tell myself every day. In fact, right now here, the mouse pad which I'm using has this written: you are not unlucky. No, you're not unlucky. You have to believe in this. There is no, energy or, what do you call, set of people or energies conspiring against you saying that, no, this person has to stay middle class. Nobody wants you to be middle class. Everybody wants you to become rich, including the government. They all want you to become rich. The more rich you become, the more taxes you pay, right? So, yeah, you're not unlucky. All you have to do is decide how can you be lucky. Sweat equity is the only way. Right direction and sweat equity is the only way to move forward if you want to come out of the biotech middle class segment. Now, you need a vision. So, okay, let's have a vision that 10 years from today, I'm going to be this, XYZ, whatever you want to become. Like, I want to be this, or I want to do that. Okay, so have that 10-year vision and then be on a mission to achieve that 10-year vision. Okay, I have a vision. I have a mission, same way. You should have a vision. 10 years from today, this is what I should be doing. This is how much I should be earning. And this is how I'm going to do this. So once you have the action plan and once you have the vision, you can make things happen. Now, your clear route to rich class, I'm going to highlight 4 to 5 points to you. Okay. The first, like I said, mindset. The second, government job looks safe, but that will not make you rich. It will give you a stable life, but not a rich life. Third, private jobs at a lower level may pay you less, but there will be a lot of learning. Later on, you should keep climbing the corporate ladder, and that's where you can get rich, definitely. The fourth, America, Europe is the mecca of biosciences sector. If you want to go there, do it. Don't be scared. Okay, challenges will always be there. GRE and TOEFL and IELTS cannot scare you. Okay, the next, if you have the guts, if you have the risk-taking ability, or rather, I would say that you want to jump, then go in and start a biotech company. Do your PhD, whatever is your PhD topic, build a company out of it. Google is one such example. You can do it too. So here is your clear route to rich class. You should become what you deserve to become. For that, you have to persevere to become. Yes. Now the conclusion part for this video. I firmly believe, and I have a burning desire, and I know that each person watching this video one day will be rich. 10 years from today, please come and comment on this video if you are rich, because I know you will be if you followed this video to the core. Thank you so much for watching. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. I know you have a lot of unanswered questions because these videos are, they open a lot of can of worms. So yeah, koi bhi sawal ho, whatever questions you have, put them down in the comment section, because I don't want you to stay middle class. I don't want me to stay middle class. We should all try to take the leap of faith into the rich class. And for that, science is the art of asking questions. Go ahead, put your questions down, and I would love to answer them personally. And if your question qualifies for a video, मैं उसके लिए एक वीडियो जरूर बनाऊंगा. ठीक है? So ये रहा हमारा promise. Thank you so much for staying subscribed to Biotechnica's platform on YouTube as well as our newsletter. And I'll see you soon in our next video. Till then, take care. Namaskar.